Welcome, welcome to the tech support prayer stream, where we pray that the game will open. I've just clicked it, and we will see. Shall the game open for me? The screen is black. I currently see a black screen. Oh, and no signal. Check if the device is connected and powered on. Or press input button to select the right input for the source device. Delightful. Using a TV that was produced after the idea that pressing on should make something turn on. Also, it's like in the corner. Oh my god.
Okay, Smash and Eric Lowry already in the chat.
Holy shit. You guys are...
Yeah, made it right on time is what they say.
Did you see my speed run of getting the game to open? One click comboed into turning off the TV, turning it back on, and it was stuck in the corner.
Quite impressive.
I'm glad you're impressed.
Yes, you can hear it in my voice.
Yes. The awe. Oh yeah, the Giovanni Manor. Now that I've run the game, the effect of playing Vampires Masquerade tabletop causes you to think about everything in terms of what combination of skills it is. It's like opening the game. They don't have prayer in here. Probably occult. I guess occult isn't here. It must be, I guess, scholarship. Occult with
Perks of being Steam friends. Yeah, Smash ads.
Ah, there you go.
Can you see that from there?
I can indeed. I guess stamina and occult is opening up the game. Well, let me lower the I like this party more than I thought I was going to. I thought it was gonna be pretty meh on the atmosphere thing. Now, can I go up the stairs, or is this off limits? You know, you'd think you're not allowed to be over here, but
Why would you think that?
well, I don't know. There's all these guards staring down at the party.
Maybe you can talk to them. You're like, hey bro, what's up? You wanna suck?
Interesting.
Man, she's so cool being able to talk to you without moving your lips. Or making any noise.
Beautiful.
Yes. Are you gonna do her thing? Or you go down into the morgue?
Yeah.
I hope you guys had fun during your tabletop role playing of this game.
Yeah. Oh, what was that? Oh, Dodge 2. Seems like a very good book.
I was lurking in the background, but mostly paying attention to my other work.
Yeah. Oh man, I do need a suck, huh?
You gotta get that
Too rich for your blood is what you thought? No, I thought they wouldn't make it fancy enough.
Ericus says, I didn't imagine commandering Mercuro's car for a bit of flavor would turn into stunt driving away from the cops.
Cannot talk during combat? What? What? Oh. His error message roll.
I had fun rupturing an Indian stomach and my Dukes of Hazzard stunt.
Yeah, I opened up the book to find just a generic pistol, and I go to the section of generic pistols, and I'm like, it's the least generic pistols you can think of. It's one of them was a Derringer, so like the cowboy like card gun that's like super high caliber that like hurts your hand, and then they had a 5.77 nitro Howdah pistol, meaning like the pistol that you would give to someone who's hunting tigers from the back of an elephant in India.
Oh.
So I was like, oh, well, yeah, that of course a mugger would pull out a, you know, basically an elephant pistol.
Yes, of course. Only the best.
And they're like either 2 to like 4 barrel guns. So I didn't realize there were 2 barrel ones. I thought they were all like 4 barrel.
You know, it's odd. It's so much colder upstairs than it is down here.
Fuck yeah, my freezing ass room.
It's just odd that it's warm here because you got the window open. It's not particularly warm outside either.
Yes. Yes, my room is blessed.
But this room is cursed.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Maybe it's just because of the 3D printer and your computer running.
Oh, you know, speaking of the sort of degeneration of language, amorous, I've heard people say much more than amorous, but I assume that at one point it must have been amor, because that's what it would be in like Latin, right? Come here now, I treat you to an ecstasy like you've never had before.
Isn't amor French?
Yes. Oh shit.
I don't know why you hesitated.
I was trying to fill up the meter on the right, and I didn't. I thought there was more meat.
Karasmir says, I'm betting the people that wrote that gun bit were city folks. And Eric Larry says, hopefully Mikiro will forgive the loss of his car if we recover his money and avoid selling him out to lookalikes.
Yeah. Well, I think the gun thing, I think they mean generic in the more like literal sense. So like generic we use to say something's like common, kind of, or I guess if there's like but I think what they're using it as is like it's a broader category, but there isn't a specific gun to it. It's like saying an AR-15, because there's many AR-15 platform guns that are all very different. So the generic gun would be an AR-15. I was assuming that they would just say an auto-loader pistol, but instead of that, they went for guns that are like handmade, that don't have a brand behind them, such as a Howdah pistol or an elephant gun or like a flare gun or something. Yeah. I would have imagined generic pistol would include stuff like a 9mm pistol. Yeah, and I was thinking an M1911 or something. At last we can be alone. Amorous.
Never once
Next
again
scene.
noting that I come up with the best titles for the video streams.
Okay. Hope you enjoyed that, Nadia. Now we're gonna look around a little bit. Thanks for the invite, pal. Good. Okay. You have a nice nap. Yeah, willkommen, Niever. Oh, the
Into the crypt.
Canadians, the Canadian like Senate or something had a veteran that fought against Russia talk, and they gave him a standing ovation after his speech. But you know, the thing about Ukrainian veterans who's fought Russia is they were part of that military. I forget what was that military that fought the Russians. So people were memeing that the Canadian government gave a standing ovation to a Waffen SS member. So he was like a auxiliary or something, a Ukrainian who fought in the 14th Division, the Galician Division.
Huh.
You know, I bet if you had... Man, I wish I had Chaos Mash's character. I could just, like Hulk jump over that.
Oh, no worries.
I don't like that.
What, you think it's gonna collapse?
Yes.
In Vampires the Masquerade Bloodlines?
Do you think that's too complicated? Could be too complicated for their game.
I mean, have you ever experienced it?
Nadia says this is all too much. Does she?
I guess she's mumbling in her pleasure sleep.
In her cum puddles. You know, when it all comes down to it, the best thing to be is a mall ninja. Because I have some strength, but basically with a katana that I bought in Chinatown, I am able to slay the undead far better than I could with my blood magic. You know,
It is what it is.
I should use my blood magic out of just like indignation. See, I wonder if the Giovanni would necessarily just have zombies, just like brain dead zombies, or if they would give their zombies like Tommy guns to go like mow people down. I would assume, like, if I was the Giovanni, right, and I have all their powers at my fingertips, I would have most of the like enforcers and stuff, like the more loyal members of the organization, be blood bonded. Therefore, they'd be stronger and more loyal. Like, they couldn't betray you. Like the wanting to betray whoever you're blood bonded to feels like you're gonna fall, or like you're gonna stab yourself with something. Like, you have this natural instinct to not reveal information about them that would hurt them. So you have that sort of security with the police, right? This is assuming you want your organization to be necessarily like a criminal organization. I feel like the Mafia has mostly been more successful in just doing regular business. Just like leapt up from the ground. Gotta say, I don't know if I'm like missing out on stuff, like if I didn't explore that thoroughly enough. Feels like I feel like there's probably a lot more to this area. Al Capone even had a soup kitchen. Yeah, Al Capone was very successful at like making people like his organization. If I had a criminal organization, I would start by like spraying Just Stop Oil people with like hoses full of mayonnaise. You know, that would be where I would begin my criminal empire.
I do kind of wonder if there's something more disgusting you could spray him with.
Your criminal organ. I mean, how do you make the Yakuza more popular? You go find that black dude who's like playing porn to kids in the subway, and you just like
Johnny Somali.
And you just enact immense amounts of violence upon him, and then it's like, wow, I'm really glad we have the Yakuza in this country. You want to do the opposite of the St. Valentine's Day massacre. That was not a good PR win. Yeah, maybe I was just wrong. Maybe I should just... Actually, I guess I didn't go down here. I think this is if you get caught by the trap, though, right? Yeah, there's nothing good going on here, I don't think.
Just a couple of losers hanging out.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I will just continue on. Maybe I'm not really missing anything. If I can figure out how to continue on now. Yeah, that was fun. Nice little like basic session. Nothing too complicated. I was trying to like I was trying to give like a kind of cake slice sort of like all the different things you might run into. Like try to get a feel for the whole game. It's been a while since I've run a game, too. Found it hard to get into the voices and stuff. It's a lot easier to go along with like a pre-made script, which is why most people use pre-made adventures for the most part.
Or at least if you have some notes with you.
Let's discuss this problem, whatever it may be.
Larry says, I thought I was going to be the straight man in the campaign, but it turns out it's me putting us in dangerous situations and Chaos bailing us out with his super strength. And Chaos was like, yeah, I thought so too. Funny how that works out. I guess being the silent guy has its merits. You two are a couple of cards.
So LaCroix has an alliance with Ming Zhao, and I think someone could look at that and be like, so LaCroix is evil because he's making diplomatic deals with other groups, but not really, because that's just kind of what he's supposed to do. He's supposed to make alliances between people to secure the Camarilla's position. Right? I mean, unless he's not really violating any tenets exactly. Like, he obviously wants this Ankaran sarcophagus. Otherwise, he wouldn't have sent me. He wouldn't have been so upset about it. And so that's... yeah. Claw brother, blade brother. Oh.
Whoa.
Well, that's exciting, huh?
Look at this guy. Nah, man. Look at these two. Couple of cards. Get donged on.
Hmm. And he shoot magic at me?
Casmash says, I hope Frankie gets to redeem himself in the future. Granted, he did help smooth talk us out of some situations.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure you'll have plenty of opportunity. I guess I need Blood Shield for this. Jesus, you guys are tough. I think maybe I should just DPS one of them down. Okay. Funny that they don't regen at the same time. He must have been bugged.
Yeah.
Claws? Claws. Fuck. Would have been cool if they
No
had a...
sound for that one, huh?
Yeah. Ah, fuck. Okay.
Ah. Yes, yes.
Oh, you can block in this game, right?
Eric Lowry says, in retrospect, maybe I should have tried to talk my way out of the situation with the cops rather than drive my way out.
Yeah, obviously.
Smash says, I was thinking you were going to do that as well. I even hoped you would.
I mean, you,
Well, you had fun.
No, but like Chaos, you could just tell him to do that. I mean, you're in the car with him. It's not like he's playing a video game in his own house. You're both in the same game. So you could 100% be like, no, what you should... It's like you could literally be like, stop this car right now. What are you doing?
Feel my dog.
This isn't good.
Dog. Ooh.
Fuck. This... Oh, no. Go back up.
Peekaboo.
Great teleport, retard.
Oh, no.
Oh, don't do this to me. Good. Another gun.
Oh. Nice. That
Oof.
was way too close, though. No, yeah. Yeah, now all the blame is on Chaos Mash. You should have said something. My bad, that one's on me. Eric says, my logic is that the cops would have been suspicious that I was driving a car full of bloodstains that I didn't own.
Oh, does that
Well,
leave...
you could have just said, this friend I know, his wife was giving birth in the car, and she's at the hospital now, so I'm just driving his car home for him.
Now...
Dan Fan masterclass at talking out of situations.
Okay, whatever I missed in the Giovanni Mansion, I'm gonna like look up I bet there actually isn't anything you can really do, right? Because like the lady was like, oh, if you find anything else about like my whatever, but there isn't really any information to go find, because like if there, I mean, I went in every single room. There was that one guy like sleeping with a hooker, right? Which is information, but that's just some nobody that's unconscious with a hooker, right? It would have been cool if I could have done something with that character, or like allied myself with her. It would be so interesting if just like a character sheet, you have like a context list in your phone where it has a note of like number of favors and like the strength of the favor that they owe you. So like as you're going through quests and stuff, you could like actually build up like a gamified thing of like how much someone owes you and how much they like you.
I should have made up something like, my friend is having a bad day and is going through a bad breakup. Now that I think of what I just wrote, that wouldn't have worked. No, I don't think so. She's having a bad day. 'Cause you had a bad day. Camera don't lie.
Yeah, driving a car full of bloodstains that you don't own. That's it, this is true. But, yeah, I guess you don't have any. You have Auspex, you have Obfuscate. So, yeah, you don't have any supernatural way out of that situation.
I guess I took the silent guy too far. Well, did you have any money? You could always bribe.
Yeah, and yeah. I don't know, I guess you could have been like, it's all my blood.
I had a bad day, as you can see.
Yeah. Just bash your face against the steering wheel and be like, nah, dude.
We had like $150 between the two of us.
Oh, yeah. That would be a good bribe.
Why don't you look the other way, officer?
My friend here returns. In my entire court, I knew there was only one.
Oh, he did get shot in the previous scene. Well, then it probably wouldn't have been so bad. To be like, yeah, I bled out a little bit. Accidentally shot myself.
Oh,
We were fleeing from a drive-by and going to the hospital. Yeah, maybe.
I just realized you got shot, so you should have been. You were below bruised. You were at you should have had a -1 to stuff, right? How do you heal in that system? I can't even remember.
Look at her curly
But-
hair, God, from getting all wet.
I mean, you could have just healed, right? Because it's just a gunshot. So I don't remember how you heal in that system, but I think it's 1 blood point per wound, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, that's interesting. He would recognize Jack as being like Smiling Jack as being a relevant character in the scene. I wonder why he was invited to that meeting. Because I think Jeanette and Therese Vorman, they own a section of Santa Monica.
That was your couch. I thought you wanted that couch.
And then you believe. They've been trying to take over LA. These are rumors, a falsehood spread to undermine my rule.
They did.
They lied to you in case you lived through the encounter. They hoped to create dissension around rumors. It's a trick older than you or I.
Well, he seems like a trustworthy person.
I wouldn't doubt that he would make an alliance with the other vampires. I mean, they essentially do have certain diplomatic agreements.
Aaron Lowry says, I was going to ask about healing. That's why I wanted to drain that dude who mugged us, since I thought that would help.
It definitely would have, yeah.
And then Chaos Mass adds, I think I was being too soft on the guy trying to mug us at first. I should have committed and obliterated him with extreme prejudice.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say so. I mean, morally, it's like, you guys, it doesn't matter if he tries to mug you, but it's like, if you imagine a different person in your position, they might have gotten a hole put through them with an elephant gun.
Yeah.
Having a mugger with an elephant gun is not something I expected to be putting into the first session. I mean, I don't believe him, but I'll go for the second one.
What have you assessed so far? Unfortunately for the Heralds of Doom, it appears we won't be opening Pandora's box. The markings, as far as I can tell, are of Assyrian origin. An extraordinary piece, but nothing earth-shattering. I see. Then there is no good reason why we shouldn't open it. Butch. Beckett. Is there any mechanism for it? I haven't as yet had a chance to pore over it with my fine-tooth comb. I think I have one in my bag. Why won't it? Why won't it open, Beckett? And you? I thought you said it looked as if it had been opened on the tape. I want it open. You and Beckett, figure out a way to open it. I need to know what's inside. I have other matters to attend to. Come get me when a solution has been found.
Okay, you're not going far though.
The depths to which I will seek to prove others wrong. The young ones get so temperamental. Fortunately for slapstickism, I'm already made up my mind to open the sarcophagus. If only to show the city that Gehenna, contrary to popular belief, has not begun.
Oh, I guess this guy has the glowing eyes flaw like Cass's character. Because those definitely aren't normal.
Yeah.
In the last few seconds, I had very few epiphanies. I may be old, but I didn't build it. How knowledgeable are you on ancient Assyrian funerary constructs?
Yeah. They don't have them, right? They were a nomadic, they were a nomadic Indo-European group. So they, right? Or maybe I'm confusing them with the Scythians. They're very different than Syrians. Syria takes their name from Assyrians as a way of legitimizing themselves. It's the same way that Iran takes their name from Aryans in order to legitimize themselves, to pretend like they all descend from blonde hair, blue eyed war nomads.
Impressive.
very heavily pixelated and illegible.
I detected the scent of burn in scents, which is usually burned in monasteries. Also, I found beach sand in part of a muddy footprint. Putting two and two together, I located a monastery near a beach in Malibu, where I believe hunters are holding their handsome captive. The hunters abducted Dr. Johansson for his own protection, or at least that's how they've justified it. He's being held by the society Leopold had used quite ingeniously as bait for Prince LaCroix's beginnings. It's easy to assume proficiency in something you've never done, isn't it? Be that as it may, these hunters are leagues above the security guard turned vampire killer you might have encountered thus far.
I mean, that guy did have a katana on his back and pulled out a knife, so, fair enough.
You'll have to go to the monastery and find your way into the tunnels beneath where the hunters are holding your Johansson. I'm afraid I can't accompany you, but then it's best you go alone. Too many of us might set them off, like fundamentalists on contrary opinion.
Okay.
I wouldn't recommend walking. Certainly Sebastian's already provided cab fare. I'm sure he always fares no steps when archaeology is his thing.
Okay. I'll be back after I go to the monastery. Okay, I thought they were going to send me right into a mission with no blood. I was going to be mad. Oh yeah, you guys did really well in the first session, by the way. You can't imagine how bad it is when you run like public sessions for random people that don't play games. It's a nightmare.
Garrismash says, I hope we have moments where we deal with some protesting college students in the future. Eric Lowry says, I'm sure we will.
Yeah, sure. Sure am. I have no money, but I am sex. Come, sex.
You are a neck romancer.
Yes, I am. A neck romancer. Alright, this is so isolated, dude. You are such a prude. You won't have sex here? My god. You're a hooker. You dress like that? I can't believe this woman. I think if you go in here, like just here is far enough. Pretty sure. Lady. Lady, give me pro bono sex. What's happening? You're stuck behind the... Come on. This is an outrage.
Why don't you go... Huh.
I have to go to the, She's not going to be enough blood. I need to get more suck. Do I need
Go to the church alleyway.
You know what? Wait, hold on. Fat Larry's right here, so...
Eric Lowry says, I vote we go in heavy to the beach house. You lead the charge and I'll cover you in my gun. Hopefully we can grab the Astrolite and Mercurio's money. I'm glad we were better players than randos. I had a good time.
I didn't know a Steyr Og is in this game. Seems... Miss McLusky 50 cal.
Yes.
Shotgun.
Huh. Doesn't look like it.
So this is the best melee weapon.
Huh. Doesn't look like it.
Yeah. Damage potential 32, lethality 13, and then guess I could have just compared in the window, but 27, 12. So it's better. Feed adjustment 3. Let's see, what's the feed adjustment here?
So I guess you might as well buy it.
So this gets even more benefit from you having higher skills. Yeah, but it's kind of lame.
Yeah, I guess so. But you do the damage with it.
Yeah. I don't know. I want to use the katana. It's like... It's much more blade feeling, you know?
Yeah, sure.
It's got more of that vampire feel. Dex plus firearms is 7 dice for you, so you should be able to contribute. That should be quite a lot of hit.
Okay, honey. See what you got.
Yes, this
Yep.
garbage is so sexy.
Now, do I really lose a humanity for draining a hooker?
Yeah.
Okay. Just checking. What was that noise? It was like computer hacking. I was drinking an android.
Just the Nosferatus, man.
You got a sniper rifle on your person to provide long range support? What is he, a fucking SWAT team sniper? He's a detective.
Right, go seduce another bitch.
Yeah, I mean, I guess there's hookers over here.
Seduce some people at the church, I guess. Or the nightclub pseudo church.
I was thinking your mob contact would be a good person to just have guns and stuff.
Okay, honey.
Just
Just
line
line them up.
them up and knock them down. Hopefully this isn't a Masquerade violation.
Twins.
You hear that, like, doodly-dee-doodly noise?
Yeah. Maybe it's just a bug.
Hey, Gil.
Gil?
Jinx, you owe me a soda.
No! I'll never be able to afford it. Not on YouTube money. Sucky, sucky. Alright.
Okay, she's got a
Full
decent amount of
blood.
blood.
Nice. Alright, so what do you think you're doing next?
Oh snap, 12 packs are $9 plus tax these days? Well, if you like cock, you could get Bud Light. That's free. Well, if you if you enjoy the semen of ladyboys, let me tell you where you can get some free beer. Man, wits is related to the defense? What is going on with this game?
If you're a vampire who likes ladyboys, you can get Bloodwiser. Aha!
You're under arrest.
Bloodlight.
Oh, I can't raise physical above 4. That's right. Because I'm a soy boy vampire. That's probably way more relevant to, like, elders, you know? Where, like, you can get your stats much, much higher, but not physical. It'd be very interesting to run a game with people getting, like, up there in skill points vampires. There's all sorts of like interesting stuff you can throw in there later. Of course, like early on, there's also a lot of stuff too. It's interesting. It's perception. Maybe. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do for my next character. I'll go sell this knife to Fat Larry, and then that might be us when you get to the end of the Bloodlines plot, depending on how you distribute. Yeah. I plan on mixing a bunch of stuff up from the game. I've got a couple ideas of stuff that would be fun. I want to get music working for next time. Yeah. So for the asylum. So the knife is $5. Okay, that's actually expensive. But then the Mac 10 is just $7. You know, maybe I should sell the cheap guns. Maybe I should just... Because you have to cycle through all this shit, so maybe it's actually better if I get rid of this, like, cheap garbage. Because in a fight, it really doesn't do fucking anything. Especially this I haven't picked up ammo for in a while. So... I don't have that much ammo for this. No, I have a lot of ammo for this, so I'll just keep it. I'm so gonna dance with one of my hallucinations at the asylum. Yeah, I have to remember to keep on adding more hallucinations. It's really convenient, honestly.
Yeah, really.
When we start getting to... When the stakes get higher, I'm going to add more hallucinations. Because the whole thing with the Malkavians is that they can tell the future. But you don't know what is true and what's fake. So when the stakes are higher, when it's like the consequences of choosing one or the other is higher, it'd be interesting to throw a bunch of red herrings and the truth in there and see what you go for. Hey, Pyre's here.
Welcome to the chat.
The JRPG instincts in me tell me I must go back to behind where you started, because there's items hidden there. But I'm disappointed to learn there are no items when you go the wrong way. Tragic. I remember all these missions are so fucking easy if you're if you have 2 points in Obfuscate. You just slowly slink through. Now, these are hunters, right? So I'm thinking, like, these are kind of like the good guys, you know? So maybe I shouldn't be killing them. But then I'm a vampire, and these guys want to kill me. So it's like, you know, justified if I kill them. You know, it's like when you fight the Samishi guy, you're like, definitely he should die. He's evil vampire and he wants to kill me. But now these guys, they want to kill me, but they're like not bad guys, you know? how do? Oh, here's the real question: do they know I'm a vampire? Because how would they? Right? I think they just don't like Chris Angel Mind Freak. Wow, they friendly fire like fucking crazy, huh? Did they just kill that guy? Oh no, he's still alive. Okay.
Huh. Overseer says, my RPG senses also tells me to make new saves every 5 seconds, not because they say it I shoulda do.
Now, something that may make you very excited to play this game is when you quick save, it makes a new quick save every single time. And the save files are very small. Are you turned on yet? No. No. I can't do stealth. Stealth is nonsense. Could I just actually go for that? I guess not.
No, it's not gonna work out.
Let me play this like I should play this. And that's actually using like the blood sorcery.
And katanas. Just as the forefathers intended.
Yeah, you're kind of not super protected by your bros. You know, you're kind of not... You're in the same position. Can I get you guys with one of these? Ah, that's garbage. He has a lot of armor, my god.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
Cast Smash adds, I hope we become good. That wasn't us being corrupt in the beginning. That was a serious amount of bad luck that hit us hard, with a healthy smattering of good dumb luck.
Good as in, like, morally good or skillful? Damn, I got very unlucky with these hits.
I think they mean good as in good luck.
Who shot me?
Yum, yum.
Where the fuck did he go?
Ah,
Yeah, fair enough. Oh,
damn. There's a whole lot of shooties going down, huh?
yeah. I would like to just go... The guy in the roof is... Oh, there's multiple guys in the roof. Okay. Hmm. So far they don't seem like they're any more capable than a standard vampire hunter. They just have a lot more of themselves.
Man, this is quite a tricky section to get through.
Well, I mean... Okay, that is a legitimate, like, he can actually hit me from there. Wow, this is... So maybe...
Yeah, and then this guy's first.
Oh, there's like 2 of you guys, huh? I wish it would let me rebind disciplines to different specific keys, but I don't think you can. Because, like, I use only Trance and Blood Strike most of the time. Blood Shield I use before combat, so I don't need it ready. So Trance is on 5, but then Blood Strike is like 7. So 6 and 5 are both Trance. Blood Strike is 7, Purge is 8. Like, I don't know what this... What are these key bindings? Like, why are there two disciplines on the same key, and then 1, 2, and 3 don't seem to be used? 1, 2, 3, 4... 1, 2, 3, and 4 aren't used for disciplines. They're just, like, disarming, like, taking the gun off. So, like, in combat, I have to use the wheel constantly, and I'm driven mad by it. Hotkey menu is on K. Okay. Oh, okay. Here we go. So 3 should definitely be... Okay. Dominate, Trance. Perfect. 3, then 4. This another one's really easy to get to. Let's make 4 Thaumaturgy, Bloodstrike. Perfect. And then 5, we can make Thaumaturgy, Blood, Salvo. 1 will be thaumaturgy, and I'll make that blood shield. And then 2 I'm probably not going to press, just because it had to take my finger off of W for it. Why, yeah. Okay. That's quite frankly amazing. So, blood shield. Okay. Oh, I need purge too. So let's put that on 2 then. That's not a bad ability. Let's go around this corner. Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of these guys, huh? I was hoping around the corner there wouldn't be any, but so that I could funnel them all in using AoE, but
Take out the top guy first, I guess. There's a couple of guys on the top.
you know, it makes me wonder what the game would be like if they had like gargoyle flight or something like that.
That would be interesting. Eric Lauer says, I've gotten stuck on this part before. There are so many of them.
Oh. Oh, there's that guy right there.
Man. Just like that itty bitty nook where they can shoot through. Hey, a group. Nice. Yikers.
Did it not save? I guess not. I guess I didn't save it. Okay. Okay. Oh, they... Okay.
Yeah, Eric Larry saying, I love you that you were absorbing blood after you already died. That's the determination to suck.
Oh, I forgot. What should
That sounds even Yeah. Definitely a hard section.
How the fuck did that miss? Okay. Don't know what this guy's doing so far out of position.
Nice. Good old suck. Sucky ducky. Synergy, man.
Guys in the roof aren't shooting at me.
Yeah. Not for now, anyways. Or maybe they just can't reach you because they're in awkward spots.
I would suspect dynamic difficulty if this game wasn't too old for that concept. Normally I would replay this section because they just gave it to me. Like, two people just came out of position to get sucked. But I'll take mercy on chat.
Well,
And-
some games, it's really just like a luck of the draw, random chance that the enemy does the thing that you need it to do.
It's like speed running in a nutshell.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of the things I don't like about Souls games is like when you beat the boss, there's no way to just retry them immediately if you feel like it wasn't a legit win.
Oh, there are more guys.
There's a guy that shot me from out there. Right, you can't.
Yeah, not when they're crouching, I guess.
Did he get broken out of? Did I touch him so slightly? He was like,
Wait a minute.
lot of guns to sell over here. I think trance plus vomiting blood is bugged out. Yeah. No, but it wasn't that which caused the problem. It was if you walk into someone while you're like obfuscated or whatever, they'll sense you. And I think that's just what happened. I don't know how you could play this without console commands. Okay. Got stuck inside the lantern. I got too crazy with the wind effects and I was bound in eternal bondage. Why the fuck should I go through the back door? I did the work. Going in through the front door, motherfuckers.
Yeah. Bust in, man. Ah! Oh my
wow.
God.
Okay.
That's a lot more heat than I was expecting.
Who has a shotgun? Stop it right now. Stop it. Stop it. Shh.
Suck.
Shotgunning me. You weeaboos. Real hunters should have, like, guns from countries that have cooler words for hunting. Sock?
Gotta get some
Human.
sock.
Charge is set to human. Perfect. Okay. Alright, now I can just walk across, huh? Did that with so much confidence. Should have,
Nice. Sardines.
Vampire hunters love sardines. Just like the Yakuza bathhouse. Like in the tutorial, they're like, yeah, a can of sardines.
Can't get enough.
Is there really a Sabat thug here? I don't think so. Blam. Now that's how you blood magic, huh? Whew. You got a 38? What kind of vampire hunter is this guy? Fucking Beckett's like, oh, you're probably gonna die. Beady. This guy's walking around with a 38. What's this? Key. Uthaka. Vampire thing. Can I keep it? That seems like very important information. Seems like this is exactly what I came here for. Information on the Ankaran sarcophagus. But, yeah, that's fine. I guess I'll just leave that there. I'm sure it's not important. A stack of scrolls at a vampire hunter monastery. I can't take them. This is so preposterous. Oh. Could it be possible I have like a full inventory or something? Oh, that's right. I was going to increase my research. Okay, research is intelligence. I'll get smarter. Sweet. So what's going on here? of a quick draw.
The AoE Bloodsteel power really is great. Agreed. Ooh.
Oops, too deep.
Doo-doo.
Let's. There we go. Find in page. Let's see if I can just add this quick. Right. I don't know what this actually does. I think in the console commands, it's the books are listed by what's this? Hold on, let me save before I do something stupid with the console. Div item what? There's a occult heal rate? Now, this I assume must be like a melee thing. One of them must be the low version, then the high version. Let's see what that gives me. Is beneath my abilities. It will learn nothing from. Could this be the book? Maybe I. Oh, okay. Okay, so I think what it is that I already have the book that's on the ground, but I don't know. Because for some reason, once you pick it up, you don't know what the name of it is if you don't have enough skill.
That's so ridiculous.
Yeah, that must be the issue I'm running into.
Okay.
Let's see. Need a melee skill of at least 2 to use this item. I wish I could sort by just books. Because, like, sometimes they look like these. Need melee of 2, need melee of 4. Dodge, I'm too strong. Too strong. You know the melee book probably is.
Paris, who says it says quick draw. I don't know if that's melee.
Oh, you know, it could be guns.
Yeah, in reference to like cowboy quick draw.
Yeah.
Admittedly, though, when I read it, I was thinking of
Samurai?
like samurai sword. Yeah. Maybe it's just because you were using the samurai sword, it makes me think about that. But
Oh, you know what this book probably is?
what?
Slayer in the White Valley.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
It'll increase your melee skill. You can only read it if you have 4 in melee, though.
A look in the description. You can read it. Links to buy our books.
It was kind of fun promoting the campaign.
Yeah.
Like playing with John, playing Magic, and then I like slipped the advertisement for the advertisement into his deck, like the poster into his deck.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah, that was great.
Hey, our honeydew says, "Oh sweet, didn't miss today's stream, hams."
Okay, let's see. Oh. Now these guys are such mad lads. They put like explosives in their own. Oh, perfect! I can heat Sig. Is it all sock? Okay.
Sock?
Human. Boom. Easy. It's set to human now. How about that? Human suckers. Man, all these guys, not one of them has true faith. Just hanging out in this fucking place like a bunch
Yeah,
of...
that's a good point.
They're a bunch of Christaboos.
It's
bunch of-
like a shrine.
Yeah, they're like fucking the mall ninja equivalent of like Christian.
Yeah.
They're all just like, my Bible was folded over 9,000 times. Oh, why am I hacking? I know the password. Maybe I should be turning these things off. I don't really want them to explode, period. Oh, this is the other entrance I could have come in through.
Pyroser asks, how the hell does it detect vampire or human?
It's the heat signature. But
But vampires are room temperature.
I don't think so.
That's what the guy said earlier, at least. He's like, you're room temperature. So that's how I knew you were a vampire.
I don't know. Aren't they like?
It would make a little bit more sense if they were colder than room temperature, because then
Yeah.
like, they could detect that, but, you know, it's not what the guy said.
True facts. Alright, I'm gonna go into the dungeon. After my big save lag. Snack.
You freeze for sock.
You know what? Oh shit. Oh good.
Oh no. Other guy.
Vampires have lower temperature than the environment then? You know they would have to, right? But I don't know. I think they're supposed to be colder. I mean, to keep in mind, the game is made by a whole big team of people, and there's a main writer that's supposed to be in charge of overseeing everything, but the individual dialogue for individual characters is sometimes written by other people.
Right. I mean, clearly there was enough communication to know that there was like a temperature away they could tell if it were human or vampire.
Yeah, and then maybe the person, like,
Just misunderstood.
yeah, anyone in a big chain could misunderstand. Also, here's the bigger problem, right? Problem you might not think about. As a writer, you might change your mind about how something is supposed to work halfway through the project, and then have to go back and change all of the times that you wrote it the wrong way.
Yeah. That's a big pain in the ass, too.
Oh, fuck yeah, it is. And then, if there's other people that you already told that it worked a certain way, and then you tell them to go change it, they're going to be annoyed. And so you probably wouldn't tell them. You'd probably just comb through all the writing and try to change their changes without bothering them about it. But to do that, you'd need to know where they wrote it. And so you might miss it. So I could easily see this kind of oversight happening. I'm lost. Wait.
Do you want me to look at...
No. I got it. I want to take this, though.
You want to take the giant cross? Drag it on top of the hill to get crucified? Or Honeydew says, I'm sure Reaper will blow up in interest soon. We are entering the spooky months, and statistics speaking, it's what's hot right now, since the big flavors are Demon Slayer and Jujutsu Kaisen. Well, I suppose I do have to launch it soon, then. If only I could finish Sonic City Witch. Also, Bleach has made a comeback. Really should rewatch it and finish it this time. Gave up around the part where someone was giving their powers life and form that rebelled against their users. Filler arc.
Oh yeah, that was. That, you know what the sad part about the filler is? It wasn't as bad as the filler that came before. You know, how do they make vampires so bad? You know, it's like I have like a big like blank spot in my brain for like the whole vampire arc. I just remember like when it was over, I was like, oh, thank God.
That bad?
I don't know, man. It's one of those things where it's just like, new enemy appears. They're stronger than you, but what? Who the fuck are these guys? It's like, they're stronger than you. You have to like figure out how to beat them, and then like 400 episodes later, nothing has changed. Now we win.
Yeah.
It's like, why have you done this to me? Maybe I have to get to the roof. I don't know.
Yeah, Smosh says the fillers after the Bound arc were more tolerable.
I know. I think it's just that we're like all abused. That's why it seems, because like, you know, bringing up the thing where all the swords came alive, that was terrible. But, you know, it wasn't as bad as the Bound arc, which is the vampires. So maybe we're just all like abused, like you know, we're just like, oh, it's like you know, it's not that bad, like, but in reality, all those arcs are like bad. And it's not really the writer's fault. He had some horrible immune disease. Okay, am I supposed to be able to read this? Does this tell me how to get to the roof? No, couldn't be. Is there like a magic secret passageway to the roof? I'm gonna use my vampiric discipline of no clip and see if I'm like not understanding something. Is there some kind of place I should be going? We've been in this room. The roof isn't loaded in the cell. We've got underground. I assumed that there was a secret passageway, but I literally, like, I don't... Oh, is it literally just that I'm, like, supposed to pick up barrels? Move them? I mean...
I would be shocked if that was the answer, but...
Okay, it looks like it's just that. It's just that I have to move a barrel. Okay, so I'm supposed to have been able to see that? The fuck? Hey, okay.
Alrighty then.
Alright.
That's quite obscure.
You know, I think part of it is just looking at this whole world is so painful. It just looks so, like, it's so blurry.
Yeah, it's very jank.
Hated the designs of the villains in the Bound arc. They look so boring.
It says very clear in that document. Don't know what you are talking about.
Yeah, of course. Keep store Ankaran sarcophagus underground. Store the expert of the Ankaran sarcophagus underground. Keep in a cool, dry place. Oh, I remember this guy.
Oh, this guy.
I hear German music.
The music of my people.
Oh, fuck. So,
The music of my sock. Our Honeydew says, oh yeah, the Bounce Vampire arc ended with the reveal that they were just living training dummies and all a part of Bucket Hat's plan for an elaborate training exercise.
is that Did I really hope that what they did?
That sounds awful, but I wouldn't put it past them. I've seen shit like that pulled in anime.
I liked the idea. I think I remember that they were training dummies. I don't remember that it was like part of a training exercise. They like fell in love and stuff. And it was like, oh no. This is like slightly less gay than just walking without a weapon, but it's pretty bad. I like that concept that there would be these like very capable training dummies.
What a digital dummy!
So that's kind of interesting. Kind of interesting that explosives don't count as fire. So I didn't take lethal damage from that.
It's just a test, bro. What are you guys dying for? It's just a test.
At the same time, that whole thing where it's like, oh, you made a sentient thing, like, oh, what is being human?
Then the Bounce Souls got stuffed animal bodies for the rest of the series. My god. That's quite a move. Calm down, dude. It's just a prank.
Oh.
You ain't looking pretty anymore, Hollywood. After all the trouble I went through to get you out, you got caught.
I got something that might help you heal up a couple of those wounds.
Said, I did like the female waifu in the Bound arc, but maybe just because I'm a sucker for a pretty face. Shame she was wasted on that filler arc.
I remember kind of liking the love interest for Uryu, but then they ditch her, right? And then like she dies or something. Even though it doesn't really make sense for the story, like it's just like, no, I'm fading away. It's like,
bye.
But no, you don't have to. It's like, no, I have to. It's like, but why? Just because the writer felt like it sort of dramatically made sense, but it only made sense like that because he was a little depressed when he thought about the story, and then he fixated on a negative thing instead of a positive thing because he's just like naturally pessimistic and holds no ability to combat his own nature. Yeah, so I'm gonna die. Like, all right, I guess that's. Yeah, I guess you gotta.
Actually, she was a clone of the creator. That's what Chaos Smash says.
Oh man, you fucking guys. Can you be shot underwater? In real life, a lot of bullets don't do well going underwater.
Yeah, well, they have a lot of resistance.
Certain rounds don't have trouble and certain rounds do. Okay, well. Way to help your buddy out.
Ah, man, this is quite a cluster right away. Ay, ay, ay. outro for that arc was indeed a bop. Sing it, Dan Fan. I guess the song of our people. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Wait a second, can I just like... Can I get them? Okay. Oh yeah, I can. That's gonna kill you, isn't it?
Motherfucker.
I can blood strike from underwater. So 9mm I think just goes straight in, but like other calibers have trouble.
Whoa. Oh, it even has an underwater sound effect. I guess it just sort of.
Oh.
So.
Out of position.
Into the water you go. Into the sun.
Hey, it worked.
Nice.
Hehe.
Prairie dog strat.
Piracy said flying fish strat, and I was like, that is a good idea.
Uh-oh.
There we go. Alright. Well, how about that now?
Yeah, nice job.
Ash's cell key.
Now we can free our buddy.
Kept in a literal grotto. Oh, and that's how you get in and out. Interesting. Now is it connected by... Yeah, it's kind of interesting to think about the different issues with like amphibious combat.
Mm.
You're just kind of in such a bad position when you're in the water because you don't want to get detected at all when you're in the water. I know, like, any amount of concussive force to the water is going to be so much worse because when air compresses against your head, it can sometimes give you a TBI that, like, down the line will cause you, like, memory issues.
Huh.
When water does it, you're just fucking dead. Why couldn't I have picked this?
Should have done that from the beginning. Cool.
Because good luck in Canada, I guess. I mean, he should be able to fix his face, right? Like, it's not an insurmountable issue. He also doesn't look that bad. Like, some people do that to their faces on purpose.
Yeah, right? It looks pretty sick, man. That was when a Masquerade violation message pops up just to fuck us over. Wouldn't that be a peach?
When you're a Nosferatu, you're so ugly that it's so goofy.
That was really goofy. Please, back and fly. Oh, fuck. We really are doing flying fish stretch.
Like, the way you jump onto land is literally like like before I literally like jumped like
Yeah, so.
it's so silly.
He's so Han. Righty then. What's over here?
I wish the Magnum was good.
By all accounts, it should be.
I think yeah, if you have celerity, it increases the speed you shoot, which is neat. But I would rather it increase the speed you hit. You know?
I come back and I see a vampire dolphin. Dolphin.
Ah. Just put in 2 bullets into my anaconda. Wow, that is some aiming reticule. Huh, it actually comes down to not too bad. I was just holding the gun. Fuck's your problem?
That's pretty funny. Alright, let me just load this gun and put it away and use my fists.
This motherfucker. I haven't gotten here with my oh.
Dump your ass into the left.
You think he would come alone?
Can I play as this guy?
I know, right? You just show up, fucking talking about eternal damnation.
Talking about God leading his bullets to his targets.
Believe me, I need God to lead my bullets.
Yeah, right.
Aiming in this game sucks.
I like this man.
Nope. Nope. Let's do this. That's their targets for their shooting range. It's funny. Oh man, he's like a super. Oh, I fucking forgot. Oh god, I'm out of range.
Yeah, and God's leading his bullets.
You fucking piece of shit. Wait, you don't have like incendiary rounds? What are you doing? Oh,
I guess
fuck.
he's playing on easy mode.
Gee, okay.
Whoa,
All right.
hey.
I get it. God's not leading these bullets.
No.
Oh man. Oh yeah, he's got the real good gun.
Whoa.
That motherfucker.
God said, "Let there be light."
Yeah, I think this guy actually has true faith. I think that's what he's using.
Yeah.
Oh man. He has a. Shit. Fucking ladders. This is. I mean, at least he does like dick for damage. Yeah, he's using a cross.
This guy took Jesus take the wheel to a whole other level.
Jesus. Jesus, take the trigger.
Yeah, right.
Jesus, take my Glock. He's... yeah. So, here's a question. Can I actually just, like, duke it out with this guy? No. I start dealing damage, he starts moving.
Yeah, recoil is a little bad. Eric Lowry says, "I never liked this boss fight."
0? Are you fucking kidding me?
Chaos Mash says, "I wonder if Jesus is a better driver than Frankie."
I mean, you drove the car just fine. It's just,
Eric says, "You tried driving after being shot in the gut."
yeah, I mean,
You're a vampire, though.
it could be worse. I did it in a... Okay.
Wait, out of bullets. Just 90% of those bullets did not hit.
Oh, that one came close.
God does not care about your bullets hitting their target.
I hit him with the discipline, and then he's just immediately, like, Jesus porting over there. This is...
That is not, yeah.
Oh, man.
You,
I do get the rebate, though. Okay, so...
not the best exchange.
Oh, he interrupted him out of his, Okay, I got it. Okay, sweet. So, with that... Okay, perfect. My health. Alright. Give me my katana. Yeah, I kind of thought that wouldn't do anything.
Power Seer says he has the power of God and anime on his side.
Man, teleports behind me.
Yeah.
I was thinking the damage wasn't that good, but it's actually not bad. Stand it still. Give me the blood. Good. Okay. Oh, you know what? Got it. That worked. That soaked the shot.
Oh, it's just so goofy.
Give me a box. What the fuck? Bullshit.
You can only take the top one. Man,
Oh,
you
I'm
need
actually
health.
so fucked.
Yeah.
Oh no, he's up there. Fuck.
Man, you're getting fucked up by God's bullets.
Okay.
What's the plan?
Get shot. Oh yeah. Yeah.
You have any blood packs?
Thought the DN session was going to be serious and dark. I didn't think we were going to turn into a near-death comedy routine. You have clearly never played any.
Yeah, you too. Couple of cards.
You've clearly never played any tabletop games.
Yeah, that's all it ever is.
You know, I talked about it in a video, but I don't think I enjoy this boss fight. The mechanics are terrible, but there's something there's something cool about it. You know, finally fighting someone with like true faith and stuff. This is kind of cool.
Yeah, at least you two aren't horny. Like
Yeah,
those other
At the fucking the con in New Hampshire, the guy was like, we were talking to this guy selling dice, and he was like, oh yeah, I have this like, he's like, I have this problem where people will be like,
well,
like,
playing these role-playing games.
yeah, he was like, oh, everyone's horny and so we can't get anything done. And it's like, I'm like, I don't think that's a normal problem. I don't think that's. I was like, yeah, I don't know.
Sounds like a weirdo problem. I don't know about that.
I was like, what do you? I was like, what are you playing? I was like, what are you playing? Like, Vampires and Masquerade and everyone's a toreador? Like, what kind of
He's
what?
like, no, it's just normal D&D, man.
He was like, I don't even know. He was like, oh well, with that would be prepared for it. And it's like, oh hey, I was gonna pick you up to block bullets, but you have 12 gauge in there.
I've never played TTRPG, and I even know that it's never gonna be serious.
So I talked about it in a video where I talk about like whether you can play as a trebuchet, but I had this like terrible session of it was all like sort of randos. They all like played video games. They're all nerdy, but oh man, they like could not play Dungeons and Dragons for their lives. And I'm running like a pre-made module, so like the difficulty's kind of set in a certain spot. And so they beat like, one enemy, then they want to leave to go sleep for like, or they wanted to take a short rest after, meaning an hour. They want to take a rest for an hour after they killed the guards to the front gate. And it's like, so you're just gonna wait for
You're gonna sit here for an hour,
like
nothing's gonna happen.
like there's never gonna be a patrolling guard, then nothing. So I roll a dice, how the chart says, and then like visiting dignitary. It was like they were giants. A visiting dignitary from like a giant floating city comes by with his bodyguards, and then he fights them because he's like, intruder. And then so they retreat, right, and go sleep for 8 hours, and then they come back, and then the guards at the front have been replaced. And then I'm like, oh, you don't have to necessarily go on the front gate, blah, blah, blah. They're like, no, we'll fight the guards again. They fight them again. They do just as badly. So they're like, all right, now let's have a long rest right here. And I was like, okay. And I roll the dice for every hour that they're just staying there. So of course, they're happened upon by a guard patrol, and they fight that. It takes the remainder of like the 3-hour session, and then they leave and go sleep for 8 hours, and then they come back again, and it's like, well, what do you think's gonna happen? Like, so they ramp up the guards to the front gate of the fortress, Now let's do this.
Better than how Netflix handles faith in Castlevania. They have the good and evil, but without the good. They even rationalize that the reason Crosses freaks out vampires is the specific shape. Ah, yes, the geometric shapes.
Fucking cancer.
That was the stupidest explanation I've ever heard.
The bullet hitting the box caused the physics to freak out of the shards of the box, so I took half my health from one shot.
Aw, man.
The gamble of blocking shots with the box.
This guy is hard.
Yeah, I bet celerity in a melee weapon would really help out with this.
Well, every time you get close to him, he just flashes you.
Yeah, but, you know, you have a little time when he's flashing. So,
I guess.
yeah, the Castlevania in Netflix thing is just total cancer.
Yep.
It's like part of this effort, like, we should always be resisting those, like, cucky remakes, because it's just part of this effort to just degrade and humiliate people who like anything that isn't super woke. They just want to make it terrible
They
so
want
that
to normalize their politics and make terrible stuff so that anything mediocre seems good.
and then like when someone's like, oh man, I really like Star Wars, they're hoping that you watch the new Star Wars and they're fucking garbage, and you know, you're just like, you know, it's just so that they can like ruin these vestiges of non-wokeness.
All we have is Cracker Barrel.
This guy.
Lucky there's people like us that are making new non-woke content. I'm gonna make as many comics as I can. Make sure we can help balance out the unjust of the current modern day.
Bitch.
Yes, lowering the bar and blue pilling people. Hopefully they stay on strike.
I love that they go on strike and everyone fucking hates them. They're like, good, stay on strike. And they're like, but
who's gonna pay for my $2 billion mansion?
a lot of them aren't that rich, which is not a reason to pay them more. They are appropriately paid, which is not enough, apparently.
Yeah, well, they
Alright,
live
so
in
he-
California where everything's dystopian and overpriced, so
Yeah.
they're like, I should be richer. Oh, man.
Maybe if I just, like, go point blank with this motherfucker. Are you bugged out now? You piece of shit.
Yeah, Pyro, did you want to join their next role-playing playthrough?
I could join but never expect me to talk because my spoken English is horrible. Well, if you don't talk, you can't play. The only way you interact with the game is by speaking.
Right. There's no text box.
It's not like a video game. It's like
Right.
you know. Oh man, this strike has been such a happy thing because they're like,
Disney going out of business, man.
oh, it's amazing. And then they're delaying all these movies that no one wants to be produced. They're like, people are like, oh god, I hope it never comes out. Oh, please just make it come out later. Whereas like once upon a time, people would be like, oh my god, I can't wait for this thing to happen. Now it's like they've turned it into such a nightmare that not only does it not make them any money, people are actively like against it. It loses Amazon money. A bunch of people ended their Amazon Prime because of the that fucking god awful show. They spent all this money on it and it only lost them money. It's like, get fucked.
They already spent so much money on that shitty Snow White reboot, and they can't finish the movie now.
Good. Get fucking wrecked. Oh, I know that. That's why I didn't join.
I hope they do finish the movie though, so that it'll bomb and they can't write it off as a canceled film. Do like a little shadow boxing before it actually starts. Like, yeah, I'm gonna fuck this guy up.
You thought LaCroix would come here alone. Gotta go to the bathroom. You know, some people describe playing like tabletop games with without talking, or they're like, oh yeah, my character was a mute, so I wrote everything on strips of paper and then handed it to people. It's like, yeah, that doesn't sound like it was good.
Yeah, it sounds like everyone had a lot of fun. Yeah. Imagine just like you have to explain to them what you saw. You just hand them a fucking study packet that they have to go through. Like, oh, here we go. Page 1. I entered the room. Is the strike close to ending or still going? I heard a final offer was given. Yeah, more like a final demand. I don't know how that's gonna go over exactly, but I don't know. I don't know if the strike is actually gonna do anything. At the end of the day, they might need to just like suck it up and get back to work. They have like a lot of them have contracts to fulfill. That sounds like social anxiety. I know about that from firsthand. Yeah, maybe. I definitely know that my first experience playing D&D was really awkward. Hopefully their stupid brains will prevent them from accepting the offer. Yeah. What?
You say playing D&D awkward?
I said my first experience playing D&D was really awkward. Because he was talking about social anxiety.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Alright. Yeah, so that session I had with the I don't know, is this just the best way to do it? What the fuck happened? Oh, is he throwing grenades at me? Fuck, bro. Just stay still. Blood back. Oh man, he fucks me up so bad.
Yeah. Oh man, you disappeared. Where did you go? Oh, he doesn't know. Trying to get
It's the piracy of strat.
It's not.
It's such
yeah,
a.
it's not
I saw the Ankh. I saw the Ankh.
No.
Fuck, where did... Oh. Give me my blood rebate. I got... Oh god, no. Okay, let's go. Go. Oh, man, almost. Oh my god, this guy's so fucking tough. Shit. Oh god, they're so loud. So that goes on forever. Essentially, they show up at the base, and there's like, you know, there's more guards at the giant fortress, right? And so they're like, how are we supposed to do this? And it's like, oh, man, you gotta do something besides just show up and suck at combat, man. It's like, I just took giants from elsewhere in the thing, and then they like, yeah, they get like super fucked up, right? And I think they go and they sleep for like 9 hours, right? Oh Jesus, oh man.
Love the little cutouts. Especially the one of the vampire.
What's going on?
It's
Jesus.
very bleh.
How'd you reload so fast? It's a bolt action, you fucking piece of shit.
He's cheating!
Oh man, there's just no cover anywhere.
Well, if he's cheating, perhaps you can cheat.
Okay, I know what I'm gonna do. This is... Fuck. Did you jump? Okay. I can regenerate. Just hang out and talk about this stupid story. So, Piracy or Strat is the flying fish, where you hop and shoot the blood bell thing. I need fucking...
Anyone remember the live-action Fairly Odd Parents? Well, prior to the strike, another reboot was in the works. I remember 2 live-action Fairly Odd Parents. There was the... Well, actually, there was more than one Nickelodeon original movies where they did a live-action. That was terrible. And then more recently, they did the TV show on Paramount Plus or something. That was worse.
So we're just in a standoff here?
I suppose so.
Well.
You just disappear. He can't see you when you're down low. He's just like, where'd he go?
I mean, he knows I'm here. He's just like waiting. So, eventually, they you know, week after week of just showing up, fighting one encounter, and then going to sleep for 9 hours. You know, and then they're like getting reinforcements from like other giant places and stuff, because it's just like, well, they would, right? I mean, they wouldn't just... So then they hunted them down, and then they had to flee. They couldn't win the fight. They had to just get away. So yeah, it was just like, what a nightmare. God. So then I was just like, all right, guys, it's done. You failed. Stop. Give up.
Enough.
It's enough.
It's over.
Someone else shows up and does it for you. It's fine. Like, so then their next fortress was the frost giant one, and I was like, oh my god, it gets harder. So I modify the fortress. I take the roof of this other fortress off, and I set it on an island. They picked a bunch of like aquatic races and stuff, so I was like, okay, perfect. Maybe I can use this the same way.
Chaos asks, did I do decent for a first timer?
I said that, yeah.
It's not enough, man. got one in.
Give me my blood rebate. Fuck. Oh no, I did get it.
Yeah, you got it.
I believe. Oh, they did actually do a decent amount of damage. 0? Oh yeah, this one. I can actually, like, hit. You know what? I should use, like... Oh no. So, and then they had a bunch of aquatic races, right? So I was like, okay, perfect. So they can, like, swim and stuff, you know? So they show up on a neighboring island, right? And there's, the islands are connected by a giant bridge that's 1,000 feet long. Had to make sure after the story you were telling, you guys did nothing. You guys did great. It was, you know, it's fine. This is not even comparable. This is, I mean, even them just, like, not doing good at combat isn't really even, like, exactly a bad thing. It's just, like, it's the fact that they were bad at combat and kept on trying the same thing for multiple real-life weeks. Like, multiple weeks of their real life. And it's my job to make it fun. And they're, like, choosing to do something very not fun for them and getting upset. Jesus, take the wheel. Am I hidden? I don't even know if I'm concealed behind this. Is he still taking shots? Oh, no. So there's a bridge connecting it that's 1,000 feet long, and they're like, okay, let's cross the bridge. And it's like, no. That it's in broad daylight. And they're like, we'll sneak across the bridge. And I was like, no, you can't sneak. I will not let you roll to sneak. It's impossible. You cannot sneak. It's a bridge in broad daylight. They're all watching the bridge. It's the only place they're watching. They're not watching anywhere else around the island. They're not watching any of the other borders. They're just watching the bridge. And they're like, okay. And they talk for, 40 minutes. And then they're like, let's just cross the bridge. And it's like, oh my god. It's like I set up all this stuff. I gave them all this inspiration for, like, other things they could do. And it's like, at the end of the day, I'm not playing, they are. So if they want to cross the bridge, I have to, who am I to tell them not to cross the bridge? Maybe, maybe they can win this fight, even though it's harder than the last one. Even though I intentionally added more dangerous things to make sure that they knew it was a bad idea. So they start crossing the bridge, and they get detected, and the giants start throwing boulders, and the bridge was difficult terrain, meaning it's like it takes double the time to cross the bridge, and they just keep on getting hit by boulders.
Oh boy, that sounds like quite the scene.
They just kept on. They just kept on going across the bridge. This one girl is getting so upset. She starts getting choked up. She's about to cry. She's like, we talked for 40 minutes, and we still just crossed the bridge. And and it's really my fault. It's really my fault, because they would have a conversation, and right when it starts to get circular, I try to interrupt it and be like, okay, decision time. But it's really my fault. Like, I'm supposed to guide the conversation, guide the discussion, to lead them to come up with good decisions themselves. Because sometimes if a natural leader isn't in a group, circular discussions happen where nothing gets done. And that's just kind of...
Especially among kids who are just kind of used to looking to a leader to make the decision for them.
These were adults, though.
Yeah. But you know, some adults never grow out of that kid mentality.
We've got it. The flying fish strategy. Thanks to patented by Pyroseer.
Hell yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. He can never do anything about this now. He's trapped.
In eternal bondage.
Nice going, Pyro.
So they... Yeah, so they try to cross the bridge. And I just don't know. I should have helped them more. I failed them. I should have led them to a better decision, but I just didn't. And they tried to cross the bridge. And the other problem is that I added all these things to make the bridge less appealing because I knew they weren't good at combat. Because they just couldn't do the combat. And like, you know, with kids you can cheat a certain amount and like fake roles behind the scenes to help people. You know, you want to do that dynamically, right? You don't always just like help people with faking roles. Sometimes it's good to make something more difficult. You know, just to like thematically make it, you know, make more sense. You're not leaving everything up to chance and these predetermined things. And the same thing if you make something accidentally too hard and stuff. But you want to have a overall sense of like you know, fairness about it, right? But it's like a part of DMing is you'll sometimes like cheat. This is the most cheese strat I've ever seen. Alright. Do I not get your fucking rifle? Wow, well fought. Well fought, my nemesis. Really should get your sword or gun, you know. Anyway, yeah, so they get in because my thinking is, right, if they try to sneak around, I can just always have the guards patrolling in a room that they don't go into. You know, I could just always kind of have the guards be very obvious with where they're moving because they're giants, you know. But in combat, it's hard to fake it's hard to fake enough that they can that they could like.
The most cheese strat I've seen. Well done.
Yeah, because they were very upsetty spaghetti that giants were like beating them, and they were looking at the stat block in the book, which is metagaming. That's not allowed, right? But they did it, and part of the reason that's not allowed is because now I can't make it any easier because they know exactly how hard the enemy is. So if they beat it without doing enough damage, they would realize that I was helping them, and so they wouldn't feel the achievement, and so they have to suffer now for their metagaming. They are doomed to it. So they eventually, through much agony, they got through the fortress. I think what I did was the next week, I was like, yeah, you guys just got inside. And they were like, oh, is that what happened? And I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
You just snuck over the wall. And they're like, oh, yeah, I don't remember. And it's like, yeah, well, glad I passed that deception check because, dear God.
There's no reason for you to keep me here. Let me go.
Still in his robe and everything, huh?
Why are they doing this? What is this nonsense with the guns and the crosses and the talk of vampires? Why do they insist?
Or he's trying to do like a Norwegian accent. What are they doing with the guns and the crosses? Inge Hurgen.
I guess it's vaguely same area.
Okay, anything just get me out of these caverns and away from these crazies. I'm starting to get pneumonia.
Okay.
The sarcophagus. You went through all that trouble for the sarcophagus. Yeah, I tell you.
Yeah.
But don't you think it would be better to get out of here?
I've dealt with them.
I guess if you can get all the way here, you deserve the answers. But can I make one request first? After I answer your questions, you will help me escape.
In his grave, you shall put "killed by a flying fish." A flying fish with blood magic. Why does he sound like he's from Wisconsin? I think there's a high, like, Nordic population in the Midwest.
Sure.
Sure.
All right. Where should I begin?
Where should I begin? Yeah. So, anyway, they eventually they got through the snow fortress thing, torturing me, and then the next fortress. You know what I did? You know what I fucking did?
What
You know what
did
I
you
did?
do?
I solved the problem. They showed up, and it was empty. It was empty.
Oh my god, there were no people for them to fight.
There was no one. It was just all the loot,
It was just,
all the stuff.
it's
It's empty.
just Loot
Oh,
Goblin.
there was a massacre. Oh, what happened? It's a mystery. Did the DM lose his fucking mind because you're so bad? I don't know. Oh, god damn. Yeah, it was all.
That's one hell of a...
I made the
campaign.
entire fortress empty.
Wow.
And they just opened the chests and got the stuff inside, and oh my god, they were so happy. You know, I think sometimes there's a detail about the story that is missing, and I think it is worth mentioning. I believe some of their politics were somewhat left, and I've noticed whenever I've come into contact with that in like the nerdy sphere, it's always with people that are like really, really bad at stuff. Like, because like I and like it really doesn't make sense, because like you know, at one point I would have identified myself as like not being a Democrat, but being more like liberal or something. I don't know if I would have given it a term, but I would have. But and I wasn't this bad at stuff, so I don't know. Like, but I've come into contact with it quite a bit.
Well, it's like the whole commie mindset of I'm bad at things, other
Yeah.
people should take care of me.
Yeah, so there is that, right? I wonder if that's part of it, because there's the whole thing where it's like, well, being good at something is fascist because then you're
Right.
better than someone else. But I don't really even think of it like that, because if I'm really good at something and then I play against someone who's not good at it, they will learn and get better. Like whenever I play a fighting game, I don't think about it in terms of like, well, someone's superior to me. I think about it as in terms of I have this large potential to learn. So as I'm losing in like, you know, King of Fighters to like Chaos Smash, and it was his friend DJ, I now have this potential to figure out how to play to get better. The only time I don't like it necessarily is when I'm playing against someone who I struggle to beat, but they only play one character, and they kind of force me into a certain like meta of the game, where it's like I have to play in a specific way to counter them. That's not as fun, because I don't feel myself getting better. I feel myself getting better at beating them, which isn't. It's not exactly the same thing. Anyway, I've experienced it at other places, like the gaming club at at school, where like, you know, they would be playing this like Gundam game, and they were like, you know, they're like, haha, I'm so good at this, and I was like, all right, let me play. And they were like, okay, here's the controls. And I was like, no, don't tell me the controls. And then I just played and won. I am familiar with the Assyrians, but sure, I guess I'll have him explain them.
Well, happy ending, I guess. They got their loot. They got their participation award, and then they clapped.
And the campaign ended by it. There was like, all right, do you want to press on and beat the villains, or do you want to take a long rest? And they were like, oh, we should really take a long rest. And I was like, all right. So they went and took a long rest, and then when they woke up, another party of adventurers beat the villains for them. And I was like, yay!
Like
And they were like, oh, this kind of doesn't feel good. And it's like, yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
Yeah.
Maybe you should take a risk.
Maybe you should have stepped up to the plate. Maybe you're not actually heroes. Maybe you're just people who like to sleep in odd places.
Then they get eaten by a mimic castle, an entire castle.
Yeah, right. That would be great. Should have had them decimated by God.
Decimated by God. Just have God enter into the.
Just the bullets, the arrows guided by God.
Even before the Romans. Okay. Okay.
Oh, yeah, like Dracula or something, right?
Um. You compared him to a vampire. Any reason? Hmm?
And they put her into a sarcophagus.
At that point, you're making it very clear to them that they made you go crazy.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
But it's their fault for being bad.
The one guy who was like, yeah, let's keep on going and whatever. He had like a build that was not actually that good, but it was just a build that if he scored a crit, he would do an ungodly amount of damage, and he just happened to score crits sometimes. And
Your dice are loaded.
he would use different dice too, but he would just, some people have one dice where they're like, oh, it's my favorite dice, and he's like, yeah, because it's loaded. It's the loaded dice.
Right.
But he would go into danger rate, but then he had to move, so he couldn't end the campaign. So I had him as an NPC. And then when they were like, "Let's go to sleep," I was like, "Yeah, he did it with a bunch of people who showed up or something." It was other people, other characters. But it was just like, man, guys, you can't go to sleep like on the evil bridge. Like, it was like they beat like the lieutenant or something. They were dark elves. It's the twist in the story is that there's dark elves or something. So they beat the lieutenant, right? And they beat him pretty handily. They like managed to knock him off of the bridge, and I had him like fall onto a spike or something. I was like, ta-da, you win. I was I was kind of giving it to them, but it's dramatic enough. Like, someone was like, oh, I wonder if I could use the force spell after they've been fighting for a while, and then they did, and I was like, yeah, sure.
Give it to him.
I mean, I think like if it had felt like they have legendary resistance, so you can choose to use a legendary resistance if it feels like, yeah, you can have him resist anything. So I could have had him resist the movement, but it was a good, it's fine. It was a well thought thing, and they weren't that low, but they didn't have everything maxed out. So they were like, no, we should sleep, so we have everything maxed out. And it's like, you're gonna sleep for 8 hours right when the evil witch is like doing the ritual and whatever,
Yeah, right.
and it's like,
You deserve to die.
yeah,
Narcolepsy squad.
yeah, the different narco squad.
This story makes me feel better about my whole D&D career.
You should as long as you're not as bad as these guys, as long as you don't cross the bridge after you don't.
Discussing it for 40 minutes.
It's a 1,000 foot long bridge, and you move 30 feet a turn. What's gonna happen to you?
Ugh.
They're gonna shoot you for 800 feet they're gonna throw boulders at you and stuff. They're fucking catapults, and it's like, you should have sent them to their deaths, no sleep option. It was way better that someone else just did it for them, and they're like, I was like, but the kingdom's saved, and they're like, yeah. It's like, yeah, you should.
Maybe you shouldn't sleep on the job. They just sent better heroes to solve the quest.
Oh, a disorder known as porphyria. In short, it's caused by a deficiency of iron in the blood. Many cultures with a nobility that could conceivably get away with the cure, the treatment was to drink human blood. Ah, interesting. Yeah. Porphyria.
In the blood of your enemies is, if nothing else, symbolic. It inspire fear in your foes and dissidents. Don't misunderstand me. I in no way believe it was a vampire. Vampires. That's what caused this whole mess. These maniacs believe they exist.
Yes. Vampires, what a silly concept.
Nor can anyone. But I promise you it is more likely to be filled with, gummy bears than vampires. Perhaps maybe lucky, but not likely the kind to go about chasing rabbit in the steppe.
We'll see about that.
What else do you know about vampires?
Not much, really. I'm an archaeologist, not a mythologist. But I do know.
Don't cross the bridge. That'll be what Cass and I say to keep each other on the straight and narrow.
The first right about it is
I want to write that down.
the source of the vampire. And that is, see, in archaeology, one can spend years looking for antique sites, following local rumors, studying old maps. It's complicated, necessary. Finding and organizing a dig is the least interesting part of an archaeologist's job. Trust me, you don't want to hear about it. Right, interesting.
It'd be interesting to see what a stat block for a antediluvian would be, because they've been killed in the story for certain clans. Certain clans have had their antediluvians killed, and it's like a mystery. Some of the clans, it's a mystery where their antediluvian is, or if they're still alive, or like trapped in a tomb or something. I'm gonna be honest. There is a possibility that my dumbass would cross that bridge, but I'd be thinking about it for 40 minutes. I won't be thinking about it for 40 minutes. I'd do it instantly. Yeah. I mean, it's just that, like, one of them could fly and there was no roof on the dungeon. Multiple of them could swim and it was surrounded by water. You know, it was like...
Let's just cross the bridge. What could go wrong?
The island was like the home island of one of the characters and they're gonna go save their, like, family or something. It was, like, imprisoned in ice. And it was like... You know, they could ask at any moment and be like, do I know another route in? You know, it's just like... And I would have been like, yes, you do. Oh, God, thank God you do. But it's like, I can't play for people, right? So they just chose... I tried to make the bridge very scary and unappealing, and then it did not work. And I did not help them to solve the puzzle in another way by, like, helping them, you know, with their conversation. And so... Due to my failure, I allowed dumb people to walk onto a bridge that was 1,000 feet long, where they're going to be, like, outranged for, like, 800 of the feet. So it's, like, a gazillion fucking turns, to the point where people are crying.
It's not the kind of key you can copy at the hardware store. It's actually very sophisticated. And I meant to study it at the museum. I've answered all your questions. Do you think now you could please get me?
Really, what you should have done. The first person to step foot on that bridge, you should have just insta-killed him with a giant boulder. And then the rest would know, oh shit, we can't go on the bridge. They just back off.
It would have made one person upset and probably solved the problem, yeah. Or if I had just instantly... That's the thing, is I was trying to run everything by the book.
Right.
You know, that's the other thing. They looked at the stat blocks for everybody so they knew what everything was. I should have introduced a wizard that was, like, invisible or something. And they just call down a bolt of lightning and obliterate them. Wait, they could fly, fuck them. They could swim, too, and it's surrounded by water. They could all breathe underwater. Like, almost all of them, and the ones that couldn't could fly. So it's just like... I think one person couldn't fly or breathe underwater, but it's like, come on, guys. You have a whole boat. They had a whole boat with all sorts of side boats and stuff. They could have sailed around. They could have done anything. They had invisibility spells. They could have, you know... I mean, an invisibility spell isn't going to last, like... It's only for one person, but again... You know... There's so many other options. It's just... You know... No, I should probably keep him alive.
I don't know where you came from, but I will never forget this kindness.
Yeah. You know, it might be a Masquerade violation of some sort. Oh. I should have saved before I came out here.
Oh no.
Alright. Getting the fuck out of here. Good luck, Doctor.
Yeah. Hey, make sure you can follow behind me, okay? Alright. Yeah, you're doing just fine.
I might need to... He might have more information, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So-
running is good for the heart.
So it's like maybe a Masquerade violation or something, but like... Realistically... I don't know if it's faster just like fish over there.
Just the flying fish jump.
Get fucked, Doctor.
Should have been faster. Should have trusted your faith in the heart of the cards.
Maybe celerity would be a fun power for the next playthrough.
Look at us. Couple of cards. One big ass Trisha.
wonder where I am.
You're getting some sewer, man.
Some suck.
We
You could
should
be-
probably be ending the stream soon.
Oh, yes, we should.
Yeah, it is pretty darn late. Yeah.
I wonder what's going on there. I don't remember this. Yeah, let's save. And,
Doop-a-doo. Yeah. Have we committed any sins? I kind of considered that one D&D story to be kind of a happy story just because you don't have to play with those people anymore.
oh, yeah. Oh, man. One guy shows up one time and he's like describing his character and he's like, oh, it's like a female like elf and she's got like really, really dark skin, and I was like, oh, god damn it, Jesus Christ. And then this other guy who's like this old school nerd is like, he's like, whoa, hey, hold on a second, are you a dark elf? And then he's like, the guy's like Indian or something, and he's like, he gets like all like he's like all like offended. He's like, you can be a black elf, and he's like, what? What's a black elf?
Like it's a different type of elf that just appeared.
He was like, what's your race? It's called Black Elf, and he's like, no, I'm just he's and I was like, no, he's playing a
Wheelchair-bound elf? Is that
He's-
your race?
he's like no, he named what it was like some specific like type of race like Eldarin or something, and then he's like, oh, okay, yeah, no, because it's totally different to be like a dark skin elf and a dark elf. Those are very different things. So he's like old school D&D. He knows like the drow and stuff are evil.
Right.
But that guy was such a fucking problem.
I bet.
Thank God I don't have to play with him anymore. Oh, God.
Yeah. Only based groups from now on.
Yeah, no, it's good for my health.
Mentally challenged elf?
Oh man.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. No, that's the happy story is I don't have to play with those people anymore.
That limbless pirate from Family Guy, but as an elf.
They made these like disabled D&D minis, and everyone was making fun of them, and I saw this video where they're like, oh, it's not nice, like, there's like, oh, this is like nice for people to be more inclusive, and it's like, dude, this level of inclusivity makes no fucking sense. You can't have wheelchair bound adventurers. There's like, okay, so it's an artificer, fine, he has like half movement as like, you could imagine a system where it's like, can I take half movement and get something better in something else, just like in Vampires Masquerade where you have the merits and flaws system, so it makes sense statistically. So the other party members are like, okay, so he's disabled in that way, but he's better in some other way. This is literally just, no, they're just disabled, and it's like, well, how do you climb up ladders? So the DM can't design, he has to make every dungeon wheelchair accessible. He can't have any ladders because then it would be like ableist or something. So then you get to this point where it's like, you have this like terrible, like, that's what playing with leftists is like, where it's like, if it doesn't, it's just like, you can't have something that's anywhere in the middle. Like, it has to be very built for their characters, as though it's like designed like a playground just for them.
Yeah,
And it's
you're
like,
right.
you should keep in mind the characters that are playing, but at the same time you should have this illusion at least that it's a place they're discovering, not a place you designed for them. Because you're coming into these ancient ruins, right? Yeah. So, but it's just like, if you have a wheelchair-bound artificer or a wizard, it's fine, because they're normally old people or not super physically capable, so it even fits flavor-wise that they min-max, they don't have a lot of health, it's okay. But if you have but they had a wheelchair, so one of the models was a wheelchair-bound dwarf with like an axe, like a barbarian, and it's like, are they really raging from their wheelchair? Like, is that not just like the most retarded shit you've ever heard? And then there was a wheelchair-bound rogue where they're like, yeah, They have daggers and all like sheathed all over their wheelchair. And it's like, yeah, but what are you gonna squeak up on them like? Just wheeling your wheelchair up behind them and like, and how do you even like lean forward like that? Like, you know, you need to use your legs to put yourself forward in a chair like that. So like, you'd need to boost yourself up with your hands to like get up to someone's neck, or you'd have to have like, I don't know, a crane to like lift you up to someone's neck to stab them in the neck.
In a world with like magic, everyone just made the choice to be in wheelchairs instead.
It's like, are you sure you don't want to just use the regeneration spell so you don't have to be in a wheelchair? No, I have to be in a wheelchair because I'm in a wheelchair in real life. It's like, oh, okay.
Alright.
Alright, well, the first thing you encounter is a ladder.
I'm gonna complain to the manager so they have to build a ramp.
All enemies are also in a wheelchair. Perfect. Yeah, that's
Yeah, there we go.
that's
how
what I
you-
should do. I should have had an entire dungeon of just orcs in wheelchairs. And then they would be like, this is a little silly. Why are they all in wheelchairs? It's like, oh, they're part of a cult that thinks that cutting off your legs makes you stronger. It's like when you go blind and you can hear better, that they think that, but legs. It's like, cut their legs off. God, can you imagine the humiliation of having your nefarious scheme foiled by a bunch of disabled kids?
Yeah, that is pretty.
Just orc things.
I
Anyway.
would play by the same rules and just be like, no, they're just wheelchair-bound orcs. It's normal for you. Why wouldn't it be normal for them?
And it's like, yeah, they have speed 90. It's like, what? It's like, yeah, it's just they're just fast. Wheelchair-bound dragon. You just have a fucking dragon is in a wheelchair, just sitting in the wheelchair and wheels himself around. It's like, what's wrong, guys? This isn't normal.
What is this? Is this odd? Is this too real life for you? What are you, a big
Is this true? What are you? They're supposed to be climbing up to the peak to fight the dragon boss, and they're like, oh, this like snow-capped mountains, like there's no monsters because they're all scared of the dragon, so you just have a straight climb up to the top, lots of time to meditate on the task ahead. And it's just like oh, there's like a rock over there, and it's like, can I wheelchair? Can I wheel over it? And it's like, yeah, sure, roll an athletics check. It's like, and it's like, oh, nope, not high enough. You roll up the side. Get the fuck out of here. Normal people are gonna keep playing.
Oh, look at that. There's a rock slide. Looks like you splatter.
Anyway, thank God I don't have to run games for people like that anymore. It's like, and like, funnily enough, whenever you run it for like younger kids, they always want it to be more normal. They're always mad when like there's an element that doesn't fit with like normal fantasy. Like, they somehow understand that it doesn't make sense for a lot of like the stuff. Like the younger the kids are, they want it to be more normal. They want the characters to look like the way they're supposed to, and they're like upset when it doesn't. Like, so it's like So have faith, everyone. The next generation definitely wants normal fucking Dungeons and Dragons. They get so excited when they have normal ass adventures. I ran a game for a bunch of really young kids. I killed a bunch of orcs. They were so pumped. It was the most exciting thing ever, just a normal adventure.
I love that the new generation grew up with very abnormal things, and then they're introduced to normal things, and they're like, oh, fuck yeah! This is what life should be like!
There was like, I laid out a scenario, it was like evil orcs or whatever, and they're like, so... I was like, what do you want to do? And I was like, well, aren't you going to tell us like why they did it and like why they're not really evil? And I was like, no, they're orcs. Orcs are evil. They're born evil. They're all evil. So you can kill them all. And they're like, we can just kill them? And it's like, yeah, because they're not human. They're
orcs.
And orcs are evil. They eat babies. And they're like,
that is canon.
They were so pumped. They wanted so much more D&D.
You should make a module called Normal Ass Adventures.
Yeah, Normal Ass Adventures. The D&D movie had an obese fucking fantastic.
Boo.
Yeah. Anyway.
Was the obese dragon in a wheelchair? That's the real question.
Yeah, anyway. Glad you guys enjoyed the stream. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. And I'm looking forward to streaming again sometime soon.